Welcome back to Trading Rolly Bitcoin. Nice bounce from the 30K region. Previous resistance flipped as support. Nice rally back to the all-time high. Seeing some resistance from that previous ATH at 34,600. Level to beat on a minimum of a 4-hour candle close above. Possible breakout, retest, bounce, something like that. But guys, once we've broken these consolidations, it's just been an upward rally previously. So we are looking at a possible sideways channel. We'll look at our moving indicators, stochastic crossed up, RSI, look at some altcoin charts, skim through on the weekly dailies, a lot of price action in the cryptocurrency market. We are in a bull market, so guys, good time to touch up on your technicals. To me, the charts speak louder than the headlines. All right, so go ahead, hit that like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Remember, these are my own ideas and opinions on the market, so please do your own research and trade at your own risk. I am not your financial advisor. All right, guys, so let's look at the market real quick. We'll get back to the chart. Bitcoin up 6%. We dropped 19% from top to bottom. That was a 19% drop. It only lasted about an hour. You can see that on the 1 hour here. This one wick down and then right back up. So were you able to get a 28,000 Bitcoin under 30K? Might have been a good deal. It moved fast, bought up fast like that. I'm telling you, the institutions, large money whales, they are gobbling up the supply, getting a little bit of resistance from the previous high, but that's expected. We saw this range here and here as well. Okay, so we'll get back to the charts. You know, I like my charts. Ethereum, a little bit sideways, 24 hours, but 46% in the last 7 days. Litecoin, 2%. You know, this is very interesting. 24 hours. Tether, okay, it had a big drop. Big drop in Tether as everyone was moving into crypto, okay? When Tether goes up, that's everyone taking profit and moving into, you can barely see it there, but you can see that dip. So that's everyone leaving their Tether into Bitcoin or altcoins. If it was on the plus side, that's usually when people are taking profits and the prices are dropping. So interesting to see. That's a big percentage change as Tether usually stays at $1. Litecoin, 2%, up 20%, 7 days. Cardano, nice 15% run, 24 hours. We were watching that sideways consolidation around 18 cents. Nice breakout up at 25 cents. Looking good. Everything in the green. Stellar still on that Ukraine news, 30% higher. Looking good. Guys, you know, I do look at the charts mostly. If I see a headline, usually just the headline can give me enough information. If you're looking for a trade in a bull market, stellar pumping on that Ukraine central bank digital currency news. All right, so let's keep it moving. Crypto fear and greed index still extreme greed, but we've been oscillating here for months up at that level. All right, altcoin season did dip down back to the Bitcoin side. If you've been following me recently, it compares which coins have outperformed Bitcoin or underperformed. So these are the ones underperforming and outperforming in 90 days. So primarily Bitcoin leading the charge. We were actually around 27 on the altcoin season, dipped back down. So Bitcoin, you know, after that bounce, it looks like it's ready to go for another leg up. Possible another leg up. Oh, you lost me. I'm going to keep going because I'm sure you'll adjust in a second. So yeah, Bitcoin ready to keep going. So maybe people are taking some profits from altcoins, putting back into Bitcoin. It's going to be a cycle. Bitcoin goes up, profits go to altcoins. Altcoins go up, some profits go to Bitcoin. It's a cycle like that. But I do want to say, while I have you at the top of the video, and it's not lost, you know, 30 minutes in, every time you take a profit, even if it's a move from Ethereum to Link or from Bitcoin to Aave, you know, any coin, if you had made a profit, it's a taxable transaction. So keep those profits on an Excel sheet. Keep them on, somewhere where all right, I took $200 out of Bitcoin and moved them into crypto. I owe possibly 30% short-term gain taxes on Bitcoin. If it's a long-term hold, maybe it'll be 15% tax. That's why the longer you hold, the better. But short-term gains can be up to 30% for many. So you have to be aware, if you move your profits into an altcoin, you're going to be taxed on that. So move them into an altcoin and plan on taking profits on that altcoin, and eventually maybe putting some in USD or back to Bitcoin. Because the problem is, in 2017, people made a lot of money on these coins. Crazy, maybe they put a lot in altcoins and the altcoins did all this money, then they moved it to Bitcoin. And then in 2018, when Bitcoin dropped and was like 50% lower, taxes said you still owed for all those gains in 2017. You still owe for those gains, even though you moved it all to Bitcoin and now your Bitcoin's worth 50, 60% less, you still owe for the profit. So just be careful. I just want to throw that out there. We can go into more detail about that later if you're interested, but just keep track of when you make these moves. So don't be so crazy in and out. And I have an article, like I said, I skimmed through these. Just skimming through here, there was one at the top. So I'll just go through the ones. There it is. Say yes if you bought crypto in 2020, says IRS. Guys, it's going to be one of the first questions. 2021 is, did you hold, buy, transact, sell, any type of thing with crypto? They want to know. All right. More bad news. XRP joins, blockchain.com joins growing list of exchanges halting XRP trading. Earlier today, there was the Grayscale. They didn't remove XRP Trust. They just removed it from their index of digital currencies. But still not a good look. And coins are moving. Everything's moving. So guys, if you're still holding XRP, I understand. Me, I don't have that big of an investment where when everything else is moving, I'd rather just, catch the waves, catch the trends, make some money. When I see XRP start to move or some bullish news for XRP, maybe I'll get back in. If you have a lot of money on XRP, it can be, it might be riskier to be trying to get out of it and then back in it. So I understand if you're coming from that angle. Okay, and guys, focus on coins you can 10x, 100x. Why are people trolling on the internet about XRP going to zero, Litecoin going to zero, Link going to zero? None of these coins are going to zero. So let's talk about the coins that are going up. All right, let's look at the charts. Enough of this bad XRP news. Justin's son TRX, the rumor is TRX is next. I wanted to point that out. That was another one of these. All right, guys, let me get a little swig of water. All right, Bitcoin chart backing off from that all-time high. All right, so we'll come back to the lower time frame. We'll zoom out, start on the weekly. Obviously, massive bull run, cycle, 3-year consolidation, 1-year bull run, 3-year consolidation, and we're just starting the bull run. RSI on the weekly, when it's high at this level, oscillates from 90s to 50s if you do get a pullback. We did see a pullback. Look at that wick on the weekly. All right. But if you have more of a 4-week, 6-week trend, it may be something like this, 30%, 30%. It's possible. And when that happens, we'll see a change in trend. If you look at the moving averages on the weekly here, the weekly always stayed above the yellow 21 EMA. So for this bull run to feel confident we're still in the bull run, I just want to be above the weekly 21 EMA on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is above the weekly 21 EMA, I feel good about it, and I feel pretty good about the altcoins. We are well above it. So yes, we could at some point retest it. Okay? But maybe what would we like to see as an indicator to know when something like this may occur? When would we retest? When would we finally retest this level? You could start at the daily. The daily has stayed above the pink 10 simple that entire rally. It finally lost it, retested the yellow 21 and bounced. Basically held it there and continued higher. Bounced off the pink 10 simple support again and again. Until we lose that level clear, like daily close below, open and close, maybe even retest the yellow 21 and a rejection, that's when we can look for like a 1 month downtrend. All right, maybe you come back and you test this blue 50 SMA. Worst case scenario, you test this 200 EMA. The 200 EMA is down at 15,821 or 829. Let's just say 16,000. You do have that 200 EMA daily at 16,000. I think 30K is building support right now. I think 20K would be support. 16K would be outrageous. But as long as you stayed above it, you're technically still in good shape. That's a 53% pull down. So as soon as you lose that, maybe you get like, this was a couple week sideways consolidation once you lost that pink 10 simple. If you lose the yellow 21 EMA convincingly, this wasn't very convincing. You could retest this level, which is at a 22,276. And then you might chop this way. And then, you would like come here, chop this way, catch that blue 10 simple, and then maybe we continue higher like that. That would be a buying zone for me on Bitcoin. Okay? That's something where I would be excited in buying. Something where the daily stochastics, maybe they do come down, and then they do this, and then they come back. This is where I would be buying Bitcoin. It would look like something like that. I have a significant Bitcoin position. I don't need to chase it all the way up. I've been skimming some profits at resistance levels into the altcoins that were lagging, and I'm happy about that. Okay? If I do get a big pullback, right now I'm very happy about my altcoin positions. I have significant amounts in the altcoins that I like, that in a bull run I can make a substantial amount of money. And right now I want more Bitcoin, really. I do want more Bitcoin because I have taken some of those profits there. And I'm looking for a point to get back into Bitcoin. All right? So that's just like the general. So let me speed through some of these indicators and get over to the altcoins. Hit that like for me, guys. Hit that like. Almost at 300 subscribers. Technicals is where you really understand what's going on with this market, in my opinion. They say like numbers don't lie. Well, charts don't lie either, okay? The charts don't lie. So we know about the weekly. Looking at the daily, the Stoch is high, been gliding up here for a while. The bear divergence and a trend this strong is not what I'm looking for. I think more importantly is that 21 EMA. 21 EMA is at 27,900 right now. A daily close below that would be more of a, okay, let's chill out. Let's see where we can go a little lower. Guys, big money did buy under 20K, so big money is in a lot of profit. So they could be playing a game with us too. The whales, they move the market. If big money wants to dump real quick and collect the profits from 5K, 10K, 15K to 30K, they can do it. Drop the price all the way to 20K. Everyone panics, panic, sell. Oh my God, the top is in. And then the big money just buys it back at 20K and then march higher. To them, it's easy, right? I know Bitcoin, its market cap above 600 billion is like the 10th largest stock in the world if it was a stock. But it's still an illiquid market, though. The volume here, it can be manipulated still, okay? The larger it grows, the less it can be manipulated. That's why for Bitcoin to be a stable currency to be used for all types of payments down the road, it needs to be at a market cap higher, like 250,000, so that it's stabilized. At 250,000 per Bitcoin, it'll take $1 trillion to move it a significant amount. Right now, it only takes 100 billion to move it a significant amount. All right. So I digress. You're above your pink 10 simple. We've been bullish this entire time here. All right. 4 hour. Let's get down to what's happening right now. We did back off from that resistance level, expecting some resistance at the previous high. Backing off a bit, but you can already see this 4 hour candle is a wick here. Your 4 hour stoke crossed up. These have been good calls. 4 hour stoke crossed up, hitting a little resistance. You have support with this pink 10 simple, yellow 21 EMA around 32,000. Let's just say 32,200 right there. So maybe you do come back here, or maybe you consolidate sideways underneath. This starts to rise like it does. And then something like it could kind of chop here, this rise, and this pump. All right. 1 hour backed off from the previous peak. Dipped down on the daily close. Bounced off pink 10 simple. Sorry, I feel like I'm falling asleep here. The stoke did cross down. You got that cross down, but you're finding support. So if you can stay above 33,500 on the 1 hour and break that level, you got to break above 34,600. All right. Let's look at some altcoins. 17 minutes. What can I do? I have all these ideas of like a 10-minute Bitcoin breakdown, a 10-minute altcoin video, a 10-minute stock market video. And I ended up I just go for 30 minutes Bitcoin altcoins. It is what it is for right now. 34,000 just chilling, man. Like, this is what we've been waiting for. So stay patient. Stay patient. All right, let's look at some altcoins. Bitcoin dominance. The 4 hour did hit the oversold stoke low, getting cross up. So you're seeing that move is where Bitcoin bounced, and I guess some of the alts consolidated sideways. Excuse me. I'm gonna sip of water here. Got my party cups. Oh, college, those were the days, guys. Long time ago for me. I know I look young, but all right. Let's stay focused. So the Bitcoin dominance was at a high here and pulled back, and we were expecting that at some point, reached its highs 2019, up around 73%. Got that pullback. On the daily, still trending down on the daily. So altcoin season still potentially here. But if Bitcoin takes a leg up to 40K is another big target on people's minds. I mean, guys, there's no previous price action to compare to. So really, we're just all hypothesizing. 40K, there is a fib level up there. Market caps, 50K is a nice just round number. JP Morgan, they said 150,000 target, 150,000. So that's about a 5x for Bitcoin right now. So if Bitcoin takes another leg, the dominance could rise, and we do see the 4-hour has been low. That was a significant, this dominance drop was a significant rise in Ethereum and a lot of the other altcoins. So Ethereum, I'm looking at this 1 hour just randomly, and I see an ascending triangle already. All right, you can see 1, 2, 3 horizontal top, and you can draw a rising trend line, something like that. So potential ascending triangle bull flag on a 1 hour Ethereum. Wow, would take me up to that 1400 all-time high. I can see it already. You know, this breakout, drag it, it's taking us to all-time high. So Ethereum bull flag all-time high. I need to write this down. Might be in the title. You know, I don't even know what the titles are sometimes. I got a lot of stuff going on. You know, I'm married. You know, I was studying for that exam. Now I'm looking for a job and just life, you know, life. And crypto's a 24/7 market. So that's why I am interested in getting into some more trading, having a, like, you got to understand, having a portfolio where you're invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum and things that you trust in, long-term investments. And then you have a smaller portion of that where you can just trade. And if you go into small profit, you take the small profit. See, the problem is sometimes, even for me, I would do a Bitcoin trade on margin. I'd go into decent profit, and I'd say that's not good enough. Bitcoin's going to go higher. And then Bitcoin's so volatile, it drops and knocks me out at my stop loss at break even, or worse, it drops and takes me out at a loss. And there were so many times, a majority of every trade I took would go into profit, but I wouldn't take it because it wasn't enough, you know. But over time, I've realized if you just have one account where you have your big Bitcoin stash, if Bitcoin goes up, you profit. You're profiting. If Bitcoin goes up, you profit big without doing anything. So if you have a smaller account, you can make those trades and just take small profit, small profit, small profit. It adds up. You know, 1% a day, it multiplies. I need to think about that again. I've been thinking about that today because this is going to be a good year for crypto. So it's time to think about it now. All right. So yeah, bull flag, Ethereum. That's enough said. 800 though is going to be the support if we do get a crash. I would like to see 800 flipped for support. You can see that was a previous peak. I want that previous resistance flipped as support. So I'm going to do weekly charts. Let's just go weekly charts through a bunch of altcoins. It's already been 23 minutes. All right. I can throw on some moving averages, stochastics. All these stochastics in RSI are probably going to be high. More importantly to me are going to be the horizontals and the moving averages. Above all moving averages, weekly bull market, below bear market. Or if you're a crypto and you're below the moving averages while all the rest are up, either it's a laggard, pay attention, or it's just a weak coin. Some of these coins die. So Ethereum looking good, going for the all-time high at 1400 after breaking above this previous peak at 800. Litecoin, previous peak was around 140, closed the weekly above it, so a weekly candle body high. You now have high, low, okay, low, high, higher low, higher high, now in an uptrend. And your ultimate target is going to be 400 at least on Litecoin. Okay. Cardano had that 18 cents peak here. Resistance, consolidation above all moving averages. Convincing breakout target, 37 cents. up here around $1. $1. Why not? I mean, guys, did you see this chart yesterday? I was talking about Litecoin. When we're bullish, just stop trying to rationalize what's happening, okay? So XRP, I skipped over it yesterday under all moving averages on the weekly. Obviously on that FUD. It was looking amazing. Finally broke that downtrend. You had a high, higher low. We broke that level of interest at 30 cents. 50 cents was a new level. Next target hit all of those, 80 cents. And then looking to consolidate above 50 cents. Lawsuits dropped. Ultimately, support needs to be around 15 cents. 15 cents is the ultimate bottom for XRP. Might have to be patient with this one. I would only be holding this if this was something significant that really meant something to you, and I don't want to be the guy to tell you what to do with that. All right, I'm not your financial advisor. Stellar, though, usually follows Ripple. It did kind of suffer a little bit after the lawsuit on Ripple XRP, but the Ukraine news of using its technology and blockchain to create its central bank digital currency bounced off previous resistance support and hit the target previous high. Next level to the upside, I would say, is 28 cents from 20 cents here, and then 45 cents, 68 cents, one level at a time. You hit the target, retest maybe previous target, bounce, moving in waves. Link bounced off that blue 50 simple. And for this one, I will go to the daily because I skipped it yesterday. The daily was interesting because it had a rising trend line here. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4, held up, dropped. That was a good short signal, losing that trend line. But it bounced right back, hit resistance, backed off, now closing above it, and now reclaimed that trend line back above. You have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. Now you have a downtrend resistance. So now you've got to break that downtrend and then ultimately break $17. So no longer putting in lower highs. If you can break the lower highs above $17, $20, and this one could perform very well. I don't know which coin is going to be the next one to be hit with the lawsuit. That's why you got to diversify in crypto, I guess, if you're playing altcoins. Definitely diversify. We don't really know. We don't have all the information. Banned 750. Come on. Whenever 750, when the daily, the daily just did not close above it. It's inevitable. I'm pretty sure when the band closes a daily above 750, I think you'll probably at least go back to that support flipped resistance around $10. Then here around $15. Okay. This one's a lower cap, $150 million market cap, so it could move pretty quick, all right? It's supposed to be an oracle play, so if you like, Link, you can like Band, but 750, geez. But I like that it's a sideways consolidation, and we've seen Uni break out from that sideways. Atom, we're looking to see if it can happen soon, and what do we call it? Aave broke out from sideways. So Tezos, see, consolidating under this resistance around 240, needs to get a daily close above 240. All right, Tezos, and then if Tezos can do that, the next level will be 268, maybe 323. Not performing so well. This was like one of everyone's favorites. You're putting in high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So still potential here, but people are not as excited. BAT has just been kind of sideways chopping here. I can't say too much. I think it will hold its level here. You can see the week. No, this is the daily. The weekly. It's just, the moving averages are better for trending markets. So this has been chopping sideways, not doing much for me. Kind of built a base at this level, 23 cents. Would like to see it break above this level and start an uptrend. I'm still using Brave Browser. I have received enough free BAT from their ads that if BAT does anything crazy, that's a nice free stimulus airdrop for me right there. All right, DOT moving quick, 30 minutes already. So you had that high. There was a consolidation down at this level, rejected, and geez, did it break? So $10 I think is a new resistance. You can see it's backed off. $10 resistance on DOT, but brand new. All I can see is up, down, up, maybe down, up. KSM in that DOT ecosystem, for these, the daily is better to look at. Even with DOT, can't see much. This makes more sense. You can see that above, it's a pink 10 simple on DOT. KSM had a resistance level, boom, boom, broke above it, retesting it as support. Would like to see it bounce around this level, around 60 to 61. Bounce from here, continue higher potentially, but still in a nice uptrend there. YFI, breaking this downtrend. Good to see, but kind of struggling. So support around 20,000 and resistance at 28,000. But if you can consolidate, bounce, and continue higher, put an uptrend and retest 43,000 ultimate high. Uni, uptrend after breaking a sideways consolidation, 423. You had a target there with the peak, backed off, closed above, and marching towards $7. UMA, DeFi play, it's been consolidating down at this level. Let's see if it can continue higher. Cosmos, horizontal resistance, 625. You can see it having some trouble. Possible support, 556. But would like this to break this 1, 2, 3, break, go higher, go up to a 782. EOS on the weekly, you can see it's not exciting at all, but maybe it's lagged so much it could pop some good news. The Google news didn't really do much. Numeraire, some random thing on Coinbase. What can I say? Pump and dumps. And talking about pump and dumps, yesterday I was on Cello. The price was here, and I was saying, look at this chart. All right, I was talking shit. But I also said, if this does pump, it's a pump and dump, low liquidity, low cap coin. They usually drop. And then literally like an hour later, I saw this. And I laughed so hard. Jesus. 170% up. And from that point, it dropped 38%, all the way down to 46%, currently 33%. All right, I'm worn out. I'm tired. There's some lower cap coins, whatever. I went through all the important stuff. 33 minutes. I'm done. Hit that like for me. Guys, buy the dip. Don't go too crazy on low cap coins unless you really know something that I don't know. All right. Do your research if you're going to do something more risky. Otherwise, the big ones are moving. If you have a dip, buy the dip. 15% discount is a good discount. And be smart with your moves. Tax season's rolling around. They want to know about your crypto. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Rolly roll.